Nation.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Saturday, January 26th. Though relief is in sight as the shutdown comes to a close, religious organizations in Martin County still donated to families who were greatly affected over the 35-day span. Inez Free Will Baptist Church, Martin County Ministerial Association, and the Inez Elementary Beta Club all collected food from the community to give back to federal prison employees. I was there as they loaded up their trucks.
Packing up to give back.
That's everything we do, is to just show God's love and love on each other and to help in this time of need.
Walking alongside those who endured the longest government shutdown in history.
If we can imagine ourselves going 30+ days now for the government shutdown without even drawing a cent, how that impacts you over a certain amount of time.
Several organizations in Inez coming together to collect food, water, and toiletries, the day-to-day items we typically take for granted.
We've really got to empathize with those who are walking that road right now.
Volunteers say paychecks hardly ever go far, especially when you go without. They say families working at the Big Sandy prison have reached out, saying this job is their only source of income.
If they've got children, we visited a family not long ago that needed items for their children. That's all they asked for.
We have had the situation where they've asked us to help us pay some electric bills and things. If these are working class people. These aren't people that necessarily want to have a handout. So they're not. This is foreign to them. This is not something they're used to. But it could easily be any of us. That I know personally, if I were to go a couple of weeks without a paycheck, I would hope somebody would step up and help me.
Choosing to put others first and fulfilling the need.
Volunteers with the Ministerial Association in Appalachia Reach Out say more than 330 employees depended on a paycheck from the Big Sandy prison. And the Perry County Sheriff's Office received donations of a life-saving drug. Sheriff Joe Engel says that his department received 96 units of Narcan nasal spray. Narcan is a medicine that can save the life of someone who may have overdosed due to opioids. This medicine also can protect officers who may come in contact with dangerous chemicals. Engel says this is just the first step in helping combat the drug epidemic in Perry County.
I've already been trained on its use, but I've been in contact as well with Hazard ARH, and they're going to also assist, and I'm going to have them to further train the deputies on its use, because I want someone that's with experience with this and in the medical field to firsthand let my deputies know the use of this.
Training will be happening soon and will hopefully be distributed to the deputies by the end of next month. The Hazard Police Department arrested a man at a hotel last night. Police arrested Stephen Smith of Raccoon Creek. A lieutenant was responding to a drug complaint when Smith walked by him. The lieutenant noticed a strong smell of marijuana. In total, about 2 ounces of meth, more than 100 pills, several ounces of marijuana, and a small amount of cash were recovered. Smith was charged with public intoxication and 2 counts of trafficking in controlled substance, among others. And now let's check in with meteorologist Kelly McShane for a look at your forecast this morning. Kelly, you said there's some snow out there today.
Yes, there is. We're waking up to a couple of snowflakes this morning, but that's all it is, just a couple of snowflakes. We can go ahead and check on Pinpoint Doppler for you right now. It's really just scattered or isolated at best, very, very broken, but overall we are still seeing a couple of those snowflakes fall to the ground this morning, possibly creating a few slick spots, but overall it's really just sticking to the grass and not affecting those roadways too much. You can see that on Interstate 64. They saw a little bit of snow earlier this morning, but those roads look nice, clear, and good to go. But those temperatures are definitely very, very frigid this morning, anywhere from the low 20s to the upper 20s, but overall we are below freezing, so be sure to bundle up in plenty of layers for today. In our headlines, we're just dealing with a few flurries this morning. Those should get on out of here within the next couple of hours. We'll actually see the sunshine as we head into your afternoon, so it's almost kind of a day of 2 different weather systems, with flurries in the morning and then sunshine in the afternoon. And those snow chances unfortunately are going to continue. We have a little bit of an active pattern setting up, and we have another big system on the way. All eyes on Monday into Tuesday, and I'll break down those details in my full forecast in just a little bit. Taylor.
Thank you, Kelly. A Glasgow woman is behind bars on animal cruelty charges. According to Glasgow police, this woman, Heather Gillock of Cave City, Kentucky, was arrested after a complaint was filed to Glasgow Barron County Animal Control. According to authorities, after a search of Gillick's home, they discovered 28 deceased chickens, 1 deceased cat, along with 19 other chickens, 11 cats, and 11 dogs that appeared to be neglected and malnourished. Gillick is now facing 70 counts of animal cruelty, second degree, and is currently lodged at the Barron County Detention Center. Police in Laurel County say they caught a woman trying to walk into the courthouse with drugs. Deputies arrested 41-year-old Rose Dopel yesterday afternoon. She faces drug possession and public intoxication charges. Investigators say she was also under the influence. Dopel was taken to the Laurel County Detention Center. And an update this morning on a story we first told you about in November, where police say a Laurel County man was running marijuana from Indiana to London. We learned that man, Keegan Smith, along with 4 others, were indicted last week. From left to right, that's Keegan, Raymond, and Harley Smith. Chad Combs and Jesse Baker were also indicted, but we could not find them in jail. They face trafficking marijuana and engaging in an organized crime charges. Investigators told us in November some of the marijuana might have made it into some schools. And new numbers show there are about 350 kids homeless in Letcher County, but this does not mean they are exactly without a home. WYMT's Connor James breaks down what this means and what people in the community can do to help.
350. That's how many kids are roughly homeless in Letcher County.
And suddenly I've seen a large increase in the homeless population here.
LaRonda Baker Cornett is a volunteer at ICANN Services, an organization that helps those in need.
Just the other day we had a single mother with a couple of kids, and one of our members saw her walking up the road.
Now, the 350 homeless kids in the county does not mean that they are literally without a home. By legal definition, it means many of them live with friends or may not have suitable housing.
It was cold out. She had small children. These are school-age children in this county.
As for the mother they helped with the kids,
we were able to kind of help her out. We actually put her up in a hotel room for the night.
That's one of the many cases of people in the community coming together to help. And volunteers say they can always use any sort of help.
We can always use manpower, and that's free.
Even if it's not through physically donating. In Letcher County, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
We have information on how you can get in contact to help ICANN Services on our website, WYMT.com. And the Perry County Fiscal Court received a grant of around $18,000 through the state. With this grant money, the Fiscal Court purchased a truck for the Perry County Park. This truck will be used to help the upkeep of the park, along with carrying kayaks to and from the drop-off destinations and any other park needs.
We'll use a truck to haul the kayaks in up to City Hall, and we'll use the truck to haul them from the boat ramp in the park back up to where we rent them. So the truck will be used for many different purposes in our park system.
Alexander also said he hopes to have new surveillance cameras in the park by spring. The former president of the University of the Cumberlands in Williamsburg lost a federal lawsuit against the institution that he led for 35 years. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports a 9-member jury determined the university will not have to pay Dr. Jim Taylor a $4.5 million lump sum. The suit came after a controversial deal that would have seen the school paying the former president almost $400,000 in salary and benefits for the rest of his life. The university did not honor that deal. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, employees at Frankfurt Restaurant had some help yesterday morning thanks to Governor Bevin. And later we will check in with Jason Lindsay to see what he is working on for us in this morning's Hooked on Science segment.
I'll let you know when you can expect snow over the next few days in my full forecast coming up next.
Look out for